This is a frontier that we just finished. So our frontier is more of a dry camp. Normally has the large wood stove in it, just a small fridge and a 3-burner cooktop. And this one does have that. This one's got a little bit of special order to it. They went with the Kensington Maple interior, a full-size main bed, and then it's got a twin-size trundle. The flip-up counter. It's got a bank of drawers, and then it's got a hand pump sink with a 5-gallon jug underneath it, and then it has a spot for a porta potty. So this is a room that they will use with their porta potty. They could use it as a closet just for some storage. It's got a little shelf there. Once we get it to our customer, we'll probably put a few horseshoe accents in here for clothes hangers. But a nice little room, still a dry camp. You can still use the restroom without going outside. But it's a nice little area in just a small compact camp. So in our frontiers, where it is a dry camp, the water that's in it, they just bring in, so there's nothing to winterize, nothing to really freeze up. So it's got a 5-gallon jug for the water and a tube that will pump the water up from the jug, and then this just drains to the ground. Gives you everything you need, but this can be out in the middle of nowhere for a long time and not have anything freeze. They just keep bringing more water in. So the hand pump faucet, kind of common in a few RVs. And then we've got this single sink. We've got some options for sinks, but this is one we use the most in our frontier. Then you do have your upper cabinet here that's got some good storage in it. And it's got a 12-volt charging port, so you can charge your cell phone. And then it does have the flip-up countertop. So this one has a bank of drawers, lots of good storage, and they are soft close drawers. And then it does have the flip-up countertop. So you've got a little extra space to do your meal prep and things like that. And it's got the silver aluminum trim around it, around the countertop and around the edges to help protect the corners and the wood and that. We do have black, or we can do the countertops with a stained wood. In these benches, they requested that the opening be at the top instead of our cabinet doors that are on the side. And they wanted them split in half so they could open one side or the other. So there's a lot of good storage in the bench area, and there's 2 of these. And you can see some of our wiring up under the bench. All of our utilities are inside the camp, so they're not built into the wall. So you have easy access to most everything. So if you ever need to change anything out or make repairs, it's easy to get to. And we also have the horseshoe hooks for hanging hats or guns or whatever you might need up there, and we can put those accents in different spots as the customer requests. Next, we've got our large wood stove, and it's got the wood box below, and that can be accessed from the outside as well. Then we have our small fridge. They did put a converter in, so the fuse box and electrical panel is right there with an outlet. That will be used if they have shore power or a generator. And then they also have the 3-burner cooktop and the gas light. And then where you see this aluminum trim, that has got a heat board behind it so that it's protecting the wood from any heat. Keep the camp safe. And you can also see it up there above the gas light. And there's also a heat insulation up in the stovepipe to keep any heat from transferring into the roof or the insulation that's in the roof. And that is standard with all of our camps. You can also see the black box down there. That is the CO detector and another 110 outlet. And then they did go with a fantastic fan. It'll run off the battery. And then next to the fantastic fan, you can see the smoke alarm. With the fantastic fan, it has got a remote control, so they can control it from their remote. Here at the bed, we have got an upper shelf. We can build that upper shelf in, put doors on it, leave it off, whatever you might want up there. This one works really well. It's got a ledge to keep things inside, so when you're traveling, they're not going to fall out. And then it's got the horseshoe accents, and it's got another 12-volt controller, 12-volt outlet to charge your phone. And you'll see these curtains a lot in our camps. We do kind of one consistent curtain. We have a local girl that sews all these for us. We can change out the material, but this plaid looks nice and it matches with most all of our colors. We can also do cushions. This one did not request cushions. They will probably just make their own, but we can put the cushions on. We can do backrests, and they're also made here locally. This is our pull-out table, pretty traditional in sheep camps. It rolls back in out of the way when you're not using it, so you have a nice spacious area, and then pulls out as far as you want when you're ready to use it. We have other floor plans, or you can take this floor plan and change it up if you need. We draw everything here and can design something specifically for you or go with one of the standards. This is showing the trundle bed pulled out. And again, the trundle bed is pretty traditional to sheep camps and has been for many years. It's your second place for sleeping, or you can pull the mattress out and use it for storage. This one, they went with the full main bed, and then they went with a full trundle bed. If we do a twin trundle, then we'll do a twin mattress, and then the very front could be used for storage that you could get to. Those cabinet doors are just decorative. They don't actually open, but with the twin they would open. They do have the Dutch door, and then we've got another little cabinet here where we added the 110 converter here. We had to change this cabinet up just a touch, so it's got just a little bit of storage, and then the fridge. So as people make changes to the camp or adjustments, then we have to adjust certain things. But that's all part of the process that we can go through with you. Try to get the space exactly the way you would want to use it. This usually ends up being a lifetime investment. Most people don't usually get rid of their camps once they get them because they have been custom built for them, and they're going to want to keep it and maybe hand it down. But this is something that can be used for a lifetime. That's why we like to customize them, is because your life does change. Different things happen, and we want to be able to maybe accommodate and get the best camp that's available for you that you can be able to use for years to come. I'll just take one final look around. Maybe talk to you a little bit about the color here. We do use a Wilson Art material, a high pressure laminate. On the countertops, the cabinets, the walls, it's all about the same material. There are lots of different options. We can do many different things with the color scheme. But the thing that we don't change is the construction and the way they're built. The plywood that we use has been tested and actually stands up to water quite well. We don't want water getting to it, so we do everything we can to protect it from the water. But it is a good ply inside and out. Our exterior walls, our floor, all of that, countertops, is all that good ply core, and then the Wilson Art high pressure laminate on top of it. There are different countertop colors, different textures, many different things that we can do. Like I said before, we can get cushions for you. There are cushion options. The curtains, we can do different curtain material, or you can make your own or send us material and we'll make them for you out of your material. This is a dry camp, like I mentioned, but we can mix and match options to where you can have a more late season camp with more of the amenities if you would like. We can do very simple, like this one is, or we can do a little bit of in between, depending on what your needs are and what you want out of your camp. We'll be more than happy to customize it for you and try to get you exactly what's going to work from you.